Hello there, it's Patrina again with Do You Have a Couple Minutes? And today I want to know if you have a couple minutes to continue talking about our series on boxes. But first, I want to speak to you a little bit about some leftover stuff from yesterday. So I talked to you about the experiences that you have. And I want you to consider that your experiences not only help you to use the tools that are in your toolbox, they actually equip you to use more tools as well. So think about like a barber or hairstylist who's giving you a trim. They pull out a whole bunch of different tools to cut and style your hair versus maybe if you got your hair cut by Uncle Bob or Aunt Millie, who might pull out a pair of scissors or a razor that kind of needs some sharpening, or consider an artist who uses many different brushes and different techniques of brush strokes, other tools, and even mixes paints and colors to create a masterpiece. It's a far cry from that 8 box of color crayons that we all started out using. And so it is with our experiences as well. We start off learning to manage the basics, and then we advance to operating where more complexities exist and more critical thought and creativity is really advantageous. So that's a little bit back on that topic of inside the box. And today I want to move on to talking about things outside of the box, talking about expanding from our foundations. So when we think about, working from outside of the box, we know that the basics that we have mastered that are inside of our box, really understanding what's inside the box and what's available to us and what's expected of us, are foundational, and that we have the capacity to go beyond those basics. We can use our depth of understanding to propel us forward. And it's great to follow the guidance and the rules that we get when we are learning those basics. But at some point, we need to move forward to uncharted territory. This way, we can make advances, we can make new discoveries. When going outside of the known, or kind of going outside of that box, the things that we know, the box, remain a constant reference point. But there's so much to be discovered for our benefit beyond what is currently known. Now, I've told the story before about the newlywed who was cutting off the end of the roast before cooking it. And she had seen her mother do this and her grandmother do this, but her new spouse said, "Hey, why are you doing this?" And when they investigated, they found out that the grandmother had done it so many years ago because her pan was too small. And that was not the case with her mother or the newlywed. So, this is just a reminder that sometimes the old way of doing things will work, but it's not necessarily the best way for us to operate given our current circumstances. We need to understand our resources and apply our learning and apply creativity in a way that effectively progresses us forward and that is constantly considering our current circumstances. When we ensure that we're knowledgeable about the impact of current circumstances, we can make choices and take action that is beneficial and relevant for the current situation and expected future situations. So, with today's topic, I wanted to just really encourage you to be willing to think outside of the box and to implement. Remember that each of us has a very unique set of lived experiences, and those lived experiences can positively help us to contribute in a unique manner in different situations. So please be encouraged by that. And please make sure that you're trying to think outside of the box and just using that box as a reference point. And with that, that is my few minutes for today. I hope that you found that this has been a topic that's been inspiring, something to help you think, learn, grow, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. I hope that if you are enjoying these messages, that you'll like them and share them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. Please be sure to check out the show notes for a summary of today's session, as well as information on how to be in touch if you'd like to do that, and information on how to get some of my recent publications. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you back next time. Until then, bye-bye.